What to do, YouTube? MGM for Life here, back again, bringing you guys some more YGO Pro Duels here. I'm using a Constellars deck, so let's get into these couple of duels that I had. So this first duel is against somebody using Fire Kings, I believe. So he goes tanky and sets one. Normal summons Yaksha, so I Space Typhoon in the back row. Then I'm gonna go for Pollux. Pollux use Pollux effect to the normal summon. Then cost its effect to raise him to level 5, and then go for Pleiades. Pleiades is such an amazing card. Really like Constellars. I like the way they play. It's just it's pretty good. It's pretty consistent deck for the most part, and I just really love Pleiades. Just too good sometimes. So anyway, so I attack him for 25, and then on his turn, he's just going to straight up Dark Hole me because he can't really deal with Pleiades, and he's going to normal summon Yaksha again. Now, this whole time, my whole plan for this duel was do not let him use Yaksha's effect to destroy Garunix in the hand, so the Garunix shenanigans can happen, because I just did not want to run into Garunix if I didn't have to. And so now I'm here on my turn. I'm going to normal summon. And this card, I can't remember its name. I know it starts with an S, but I add Sombrace to my hand, and then he's gonna go for Flamvel Fire Dog. Luckily for me, though, I drew into an Honest, so I didn't care about anything. So I'm gonna drop that Honest on that Fire Dog attack. He was trying to get some major damage in here. He's gonna set 2 more cards, I believe, and then on my turn, I'm just gonna go for Pleiades again, but not before I Heavy Storm his back row. Luckily, he did not have a Starlight Road, so I'm gonna go for Sombrace. Activate Sombrace's effect to banish 1, and then I'm going to add cost to my hand. So now I'm using Sombrace's effect to double summon again, and I'm going to activate the Constellar card that lets you draw. I can't remember its name. And then use cost to go for Pleiades. I mean, Constellars is just basically Pleiades Turbo. I think that's just the best way to play it. And then especially with that the magic card that lets you draw one when you XYZ summon the Constellar, that's pretty good. It prevents you from going minus, as minus as you would go normally, since you have to use 2 cards to make Pleiades. So it's only -1 instead of like -2. So I attack him directly again, bounce back that Yaksha again. I do not want to deal with Garunix. And he didn't have anything, so he decided to quit. So that's the first duel, and we'll get into the second duel shortly. Okay, so this next duel is a quick duel against the Heraldic Beast player. The Heraldic Beast player is going first. During his turn, he's going to set 1 card and then normal summon Leo. Activate Leo's effect to search during the end phase, search for Eel, and then pass over to me. So I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw into a star sign of the Constellars. So I have a Pollux and a cost in my hand. I'm going to go for that. But first, I'm going to Space Typhoon his back row. Then I'm going to normal summon Pollux. Pollux effect to normal summon cost. Then since his field is blank, I'm going to just attack. If you had a Gorz or a Trag or something like that, I was going to go for I'll go for Pleiades and just bounce it back, and then just be wary of that for my next attack on my turn. But none of that happened. He didn't drop any of those things, so I'm pretty much safe to go for the Pleiades. So before I go for Pleiades, I'm going to activate Star Sign and be able to draw into a Mirror Force. Don't know why I didn't show up there, but I set that immediately. This was kind of an unnecessary set, and I get punished right here with the Heavy Storm, but doesn't really matter though. He sets 2, ends his turn. Pleiades is way too good for that, so I'm going to bounce 1 back to his hand. You can have that back and on the end of his turn, and during my turn, I'm going to bounce back the other one back. So now his field is completely blank, and that allows me to go for normal summon Greedo, and then Greedo into cost, and then attack him for game. So that was a really quick game. Constellars can play pretty fast if you draw the right card. So that's going to do it for this game, and we'll get into the next one. Okay, so this duel is another quick duel against the Spellbook player. So the Spellbook player is going first. He's going to activate that Spellbook card that allows you to search, and I'm going to say no to that search. I'm going to Veiler that right away and stop him from going plus. I really don't want him to get off any Spellbook shenanigans. So I just had to stop that. So he sets 1, then ends his turn. So that lets me know that he really doesn't have much, and he really needed that search to get his deck going. So I'm really glad that I Veilered that immediately. So I'm gonna go for Sheraton. Use Sheraton's effect to search for cost because I have 2 Pollux in my hand. Then I'm going to attack over his Spellbook Magician. I really didn't worry about the back row, because if it was something and you used it on my Sheraton, by all means, bro, go ahead. So I'm going to set a Starlight Road just to bluff, maybe like I have a Mirror Force or a D Prison or something, because usually that's what I do when I have Sheraton. out on the field to try and maybe discourage my opponent from attacking, but it usually doesn't work. But I really don't care. So he's going to go for the Justice of Prophecy and attack over my Sheraton. No big deal. As now I'm going to draw into a Sombrace, but that's for my later plays, but it really won't come to that. So I'm going to normal summon Pollux, uses the effect to get an extra normal summon for cost, and then I'm going to attack. I didn't really feel like it was necessary to go straight for Pleiades, because I mean, there's no point in just bouncing back the Justice of Prophecy just to attack. I feel like this was a smarter play. So he activates a Mirror Force, and I have a Lucky Starlight Road set, so that's pretty much a good game from there because I'm gonna get a Stardust, and so a Stardust for free because Starlight Road is too good. I'm gonna get be able to continue the attack over Justice, then get 18 in, and then get that 25 in, and then during my main phase 2, I'm gonna go for Pleiades, so I get I get to bounce back 2 free cards, plus I get a free negation with Stardust. So, I mean, it's pretty much a good game. There's not much the Spellbook player can do at this point. I really don't think there's anything that Spellbooks can really do to get over a field like this. And he's going to draw 1 card, then it's going to be a nothing, and so he's going to quit. So that's this duel as well, and we'll get into the next duel shortly. Alright, so this last duel is against a zombie player. So I believe I'm going first. Yes, I go first, so I'm got Sheraton, so I'm going to normal summon Sheraton, activate its effect to search for cost, as always. That's usually what I search for. And then I'm going to set a card. Don't remember. I think, yeah, I set a Space Typhoon. That's what I set. So on his turn, he's going to set 1 and then activate Mind Control, which I thought was kind of random, but I was like, sure, you can have my Sheraton. But then the card destruction, it all made sense. I mean, since you're going to throw everything away, you might as well just activate it. You know, maybe you can do something with it with your next 3 draws. But he didn't really get much. He's going to duality. Thought he might take the Heavy Storm, which I was hoping for, but he takes the Veiler and then sets another card. I'm going to Space Typhoon during the end phase. Space Typhoon, the card he set first, which was Solemn Warning, so that's a good card to hit. And I did get some good cards off the card destructions, but what I did here was I normal summoned the other Sheraton I drew off of it from card destruction, because I wanted to get him to use his Veiler before I went for my Grado play. Or my Sombrace play, because actually card destruction actually helped me out. It opened up my Sombrace and made my Sombrace more alive because now I have a cost in the graveyard. But he had Breakthrough Skill instead, which that completely caught me off guard. But it's fine, because now he's going to normal summon Zombie Master, activate Zombie Master's effect, send a Veiler. I'm completely fine with him sending that Veiler away because now I can go for my plays freely. I'm going to Veiler that Zombie Master, prevent him from doing anything, and then he's just going to opt to Dark Hole me. Now, the only reason why I think that he would do that is because I guess maybe he didn't want to run into Honest. I think that's really the only excuse that I could think of for why you would want a Dark Hole in that situation instead of just activating Mizuki's effect. But no skin off my bones. I'm going to go up for Grado. Grado effect to normal summon Sombrace. Sombrace to get back cost from my hand, and then I'm going to attack him for a bunch of damage. 1550, 1600, and 1800, and then during my main phase 2, I'm going to go for Pleiades. Now here I made a slight misplay in that I forgot to activate Star Sign of the Constellar before I went for Pleiades, but it's only a slight misplay. I mean, incredible control over this game at this point, and here I'm going to make another misplay as he top decks a Grand Mole. Nice top deck for him, and instead I activated Pleiades' effect immediately instead of waiting for the battle phase. I should have waited for him to go for the battle phase, and then as soon as the battle phase started, activate Pleiades' effect so that he wouldn't be able to do what he does now, which is go for Mizuki and a Zombie Master into another Zombie Master, then go for any rank 4 that he wants. He chooses Maestro to attack over my Pleiades, but doesn't really matter because Sombrace is still on the field, and Sombrace can activate its ignition effect as long as it's face up on the field, and he realizes that and says, oh, I'm done, and he quits. So those are the 4 nice quick duels. Hope you guys enjoyed them. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and all that other good stuff, and I'm out of here. Deuces.